spice my tone, my cologne, and the way I roll. You ain't no king.
It's legit, you know it's a hit when the Neptunes and the doggy dog finna spit. You know he's in tune with the season. Come in, baby, tell me why you leaving.
What's up, guys? Today I got my FIFA 14 predictions. This time it's going to be for Juventus. So first in goal we got Buffon. He's had a really great season and in my opinion is one of the best goalies in the world. I did keep him at an 87 overall because I think that's high enough for him. Although if he does get an upgrade, I think Neuer should too, because I think they're around the same standard in goal. He's played 32 games and had 16 clean sheets, which is again really decent. And I definitely think he deserves that 87 rating. Next going to have Barzagli, who's same as Buffon's had a really great season. He's played 34 games, scored 0 goals and 1 assist. But as I've said in previous videos, you can't really judge a centre-back or a defender on their stats because you don't really judge them on how many assists or goals they get. Yeah, so I did give him an upgrade to an 85 overall because I definitely think he deserves it. And I did give his pace quite a substantial upgrade because I think 73 pace is the right amount of pace for him. Next going to have Bonucci, who's had a really great season. I think he was slightly underrated at the start of FIFA 13 because he was an 80 rated non-shiny. And I think he's played 33 games, scored 0 goals and 0 assists. But again, you can't really judge it. That doesn't really reflect upon how he's played this season because he's been really good. And I was quite surprised he wasn't in the team of the season. But anyway, I think 82 is the right rating for him. Next, going to have Chiellini. I put him up to an 85 overall, even though he hasn't had the best of seasons. He's played 23 games, scored 1 goal and 2 assists. But he might say the same because I do think Bazzagli's the best defender at Juventus. Next, going to have Asamoah. He's played 22 games, scored 2 goals and 6 assists. And I think at the start of the season he was much better than at the end. But I did give him an upgrade to a shiny. I kept his card rating the same and all of his stats, but I did make him a shiny because I think he deserves a shiny card. Next, we're going to have Pirlo, who's the main kind of hub of the team. Without Pirlo, Juventus would be stuck because they would. I think he makes most of the passes and he sets up quite a lot of goals. He's played 32 games, scored 5 goals and 7 assists, which is really decent. And I was actually quite surprised he wasn't in the team of the season because he did have a really great season. But anyway, next we have Vidal. He has played 29 games, scored 10 goals and 8 assists, which is absolutely outstanding, especially for a defensive midfielder. So I did put him up to an 86 overall. He might even go up to an 87, but I think 86 is the right rating. Next, going to have Lichtsteiner, who now that Juventus mostly play 3-5-2 or 3 at the back, he's moved to a right mid. He's played 25 games, scored 4 goals and 2 assists, which is really decent. And I did put his shooting up quite a bit from like 60 or something up to 72, and I put his defending down because now that they've changed their formation, he doesn't really play as defensive as he used to. Next, we're going to have Marquisio. He kind of alternates with Vidal. He kind of goes defensive sometimes, and Vidal goes attacking, and they go the other way around sometimes. But I did put him as a centre mid, and I put him up by 1 because I think he's had a pretty decent season. He scored 6 goals and 1 assist in 28 games, which is pretty decent. Obviously not as good as Vidal and Pirlo, but still really decent. And I think he deserves that upgrade to an 85. Next, we're going to have newly transferred Tevez. He didn't have the best of seasons at Man City, to be honest. He played 28 games, scored 11 goals and 8 assists, which isn't too good, to be honest. But I think he'll do really well at Juventus because they did have like a tester match a couple of days ago, and they won 7-0 with him scoring I think 1 or 2 goals. So definitely think he deserves to maintain that 86 rating. Next, we're going to have Giovinco, who I'm really looking forward to because although he didn't have the best of seasons, he played 23 games and scored 7 goals and 6 assists. He doesn't play left forward like in FIFA 13. He actually plays as a centre forward or striker. So I'm really looking forward to him because he looks like a really overpowered card. But I did downgrade him 1 because of him not having the best of seasons. Now onto the bench. We got a full bench of goal players, which just shows how many really good players that Juventus have. Ogbonna, he's transferred a couple of days ago, and he has played 22 games for Torino and 0 goals and 0 assists. He didn't really have the best of seasons, to be honest, but I did give him an upgrade because I think all the hype surrounding him moving to Juventus will definitely make him. I think EA will definitely make him go up to an 80 shiny, and he looks like a really overpowered card. Next, gonna have Vucinic, who didn't really have the best of seasons. He played 24 games, scored 10 goals and 6 assists, which isn't too good to be honest. It's not too bad though. So I did keep his rating the same. He might get a downgrade depending on how generous EA are feeling. Next, we're gonna have newly transferred Felipe Melo. I did give him an upgrade because he's had a really great season at Galatasaray. I think he only scored 1 goal, but he's a really good defensive midfielder. And say if Vidal or Marquisio got injured, he could always step in, and he would do the job really well. So I did give him an upgrade to an 82 overall shiny because I definitely think he deserves it. Next, we're gonna have Cáceres, who played 12 games, scored 1 goal and 0 assists, and I'm really looking forward to him because he has. I did keep his card the same, and he has. He plays as a centre back now. Now that they play in 3-5-2, he does play as a centre back. So he's really pacey still, but they might downgrade his pace slightly. But 83 pace on a centre back looks really good, and he is 6 foot tall, so he's going to make a really good centre back, and he will be quite a lot of money. Next, we're going to have I'm going to pronounce this. Desegli. He has played. He's played 12 games, scored 0 goals and 0 assists, but he hasn't been too bad to be honest, and he is still really young. So I definitely think they should give him a chance to become a really good left back in the future. I'm not actually sure if he does play left back now. I think he might play left mid when Asamoah is not playing, purely because they play 3-5-2 most games, or he might just play when they don't play 3-5-2. Next, we're gonna have Pepe, who has played 0 games, so I can't really judge how he's been. I think he might have had an injury or something, I'm not exactly sure, but I did give him a downgrade because he hasn't really played. Next, we're gonna have Isla, who's another right mid. He has played 8 games, scored 0 goals and 1 assist, which isn't very good to be honest, but he has been pretty good when he has been playing, so I did just keep his card exactly the same. I don't really think he deserves a shiny card. Now onto the reserves. This isn't in order, by the way. Some of these players could be in the main team. We're going to have Matri. He has started 10 games, scored 8 goals and 0 assists, although he did come on 12, so technically you could say he's played 22 games, but I think he's started 10 games, and 8 goals in 10 games, that's pretty decent, so I did judge my opinion on that, so I did put him up to a shiny. I kept his card the same though, an 80 rated card. Next we're going to have Giacherini. He has played 10 games, scored 3 goals and 3 assists, which is really decent, so I did give him an upgrade and I did make him a shiny 79 rated card, and he does look like a pretty decent card. Next we're going to have Pogba, who is a really great defensive midfielder. He has played 18 games, scored 5 goals and 0 assists, and for a defensive midfielder that's really good, and it's amazing how far he's gone. I think he started off as a silver, like 70 rated or something, and he's got so many upgrades and he's gone up to an 80 rated in FIFA 14. He might even be an 81 or 82 because I think he's a really good prospect for the future. Next we're going to have the second goalie, Storari. He's getting on a bit now, he's getting slightly old, although I did keep his card the same because he has played 6 games and had 3 clean sheets in those 6 games, and half the games he played which are clean sheets is pretty good, so I did keep his card rating the same. I don't really think he deserves a shiny card though, because most second goalies aren't shiny. Next we're going to have Fernando Llorente, who's recently transferred from Real Sociedad, I think. He has played 4 games, scored 4 goals and 1 assist, which is, I didn't really understand why he's only played 4 games, because 4 goals in 4 games is pretty decent. I think he might have had an injury or something, but I did give him a downgrade slightly because I didn't really think 83, he deserved an 83 rating because he's only played 4 games. But I did give his pace an upgrade because if you type him on YouTube, and if I have watched him play a couple of times, I definitely think he's faster than 62 pace or whatever it was before, so I think a 71 pace is pretty decent for him, and I did upgrade his other stats as well because his dribbling is pretty decent and his shot as well, so yeah, I definitely think he deserves an upgrade in those factors. So thanks for watching guys, please rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. As usual, put in the comments below what team you want me to do next time, so yeah.